Hello, welcome back. For those of you that are new, welcome to my channel, where I am ripping apart my Nissan Xterra and dealing with my transmission issue. For those that have been following, cheers. It's Sunday morning, or it's actually Sunday afternoon, but it's time to get into the part of this whole series of replacing the radiator. Now, this is the big question. Should the radiator be replaced? Probably not. You could leave it in kind of the bypass mode, but I already bought it and I can't return it because it's been sitting in my garage for months. So I'm going to be replacing the radiator. That's what this episode is going to be about. And just to recap where we're at with this whole situation, here's the engine coolant as it came out of the car originally. Then went to this, then went to this, then went to this, then went to this, and then this was the last flush I did. And I think it's at a point now where everything's pretty much out of the engine. Actually, just to let you know, this is the actual dirtiness that was sitting in the engine. I got a whole bucket full of that nastiness right here. So at this point, I think all the engine coolant is out. I have the radiator drained at this point, and it's time to figure out how to get the old radiator out and put the new one in. So I'm gonna follow you, or you're gonna follow me along as I do this. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty fucking tired of this project, so hopefully it goes well. Alrighty, not entirely sure how to start this off, but I'm gonna get this front little grill out. As you can see, all these are already busted up because from taking them in and out so many times. So if you're doing this for your first time, be careful. These things break easy. And I'm pretty sure there's just a bunch of clips here, I think. Yeah, just gotta rip this off. Rip this off. There we go. Clip, clip, clip. There we go. Bam. That was easy. Super easy. Judging by this brand new unit, it looks like we got a bolt in this both sides. And then I guess we just got plugs on this side. So that gives me an idea of what I need to do. Unbolt from the bottom. And then I guess these plugs are up here that it just kind of sits in. So I just got to get all this out of the way. So let's get started. Intake needs to come out. That's unplugged. That sensor's got to come out. That's off. Well, this thing's all attached here, so that's got to come off. I got to scoot that back, and I probably need a 10mm for that. So let's go get that. 10mm. Try not to lose any bolts. Anyways, that'll give me access to that. Oh God, fuck. There we go. One bolt. 2 bolt. Throw that on the ground. All right, I think we're kind of loosey-goosey over here. Oh no, we got a hose here. Looks like goes to the valve covers. Take that off. Well, that's fucked up. It's not supposed to come off on that side, but fuck it. Whatever, it came off on that side. And then, what else we got stuck here? Then we just gotta take it off here. This should be pretty straightforward. 8mm off the throttle body. That's it, right? That's it. Intake should come out. There we go. Oh, we got this connector here. It's gotta come out. There we go. That's it. We're out. All right. We got a little fan shroud here that we got to get rid of. I don't know if it's going to come out without the whole thing or not. We got a lower section of it and an upper section. I would imagine the lower section's got to come out somehow. Probably all clipped together. There's some piece of plastic here. It's actually like really terribly clipped in, but I guess that covers the bottom of the fan part. It was like super easy to get out. There's no bolts or anything. It just kind of sits there. All right. So that means I think I should be able to get this out. Let me just see what's going on here. I'm gonna take this hose off. It's got a clip here. Oh, come on, fucker. Ah, there we go. It's just clipped in. It just kind of clips into this plastic. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see or not, but so that's off. We still have it rerouted. Remember, this is the rerouting of the radiator. So I think we're okay from the bottom. I got 2 bolts here, one here and one on each side. I'm gonna do that right now. Let's loosen this main hose up. Come on, girl. Work with me, work with me. There we go. Take you off. There's some residual water in there. It's just water, don't you worry. And we do the same for the top. Come on. Son of a bitch. Whatever, just take it off right there. There we go. There we go. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's kind of a lot of this residual from the oil. Oh well, it is what it is. That's probably all over your engine now, so shitty, but whatever. We tried to flush it best we could. Disconnect this line. Move that aside. There we go. And I see a little fan connector here. Let's get that out of here too. A couple of connectors. That's disconnected. This is gotta come out too. Come on, girl. There we go, that's disconnected. There's a zip tie there. I'm trying to see if I can pull that through. I hate these little fucking plugs. I don't even think that needs to be disconnected, but whatever. All right, I'm gonna take these off now. All right, I think I'm mostly disconnected at this point. So kind of an annoying part here. Obviously the radiator is right here, but there's like a front radiator here. I'm not entirely sure what it does, AC or something. But anyways, these brackets, there's little pins here, and I can't get these pins out. So I'm gonna take these two little 10 millimeters off and see where this gets me. And then I'll deal with the brackets once I get this whole assembly out of here. Two out. All right, let's see what that did. That moved that away. Does that mean, can I pull this out? Can I pull this assembly out? This one got out of my way. I don't know how, but this has gotten way more difficult than I thought. These fucking brackets here are driving me crazy. Everything's pretty much loosened up. I ended up taking these off, and this shroud, I'm gonna try to rip this shroud off to give me enough wiggle room to mess around with these. These seem to be the most headache things in this entire process. So in order for me to get this out, you should be able to rip it out, but I'm gonna take the fan out while I'm down here, which I don't want to do, but it is what it is. There's 4 bolts on the fan. Just gonna crack all of them and take the fan off. All right, here's the fan. Honestly, I was hoping not to go through all of this. I was hoping to all lift out in one assembly, but the reality is shit's getting tight, and these things are so annoying right now. Anyways, fan comes out, 4 bolts, and that's it. Pretty simple. Fan's there. Hopefully rip this shit out. All right, this assembly's got to come out too. All right, we got the rad exposed here, and it's all about these little stupid ass brackets that are driving me crazy. Oh, look at that. It comes off that one nice and easy. This one sucks. So if anybody's wondering what the part number is on the old rad, it is right here. You gone, bitch, you gone. All right, time to put this motherfucker back in. New rad, and then hook up the hose that I bypassed, which is still bypassed. This is what it looks like out of the car. So that's the bypass hose with regards to looping it in on itself and outside of the transmission. So that's what that looks like out here. Pretty straightforward. Alrighty, put new rad in. I hope it goes easier than putting old rad out. These brackets are such a fucking nightmare. I'm in. All right, I'm just gonna reverse all this up. I'm not gonna videotape it, but you get the picture. And then when I'll get down, once everything's in, we can talk about the bottom part here of whether to leave it bypassed or plug it back into the transmission. So while I got this out, I'm gonna give you a little shortcut. This is the top, bolt, bolt, bolt. And then at the very bottom, it's just clip, clip, clip. And that goes into the bottom of the rad. So it drops right in to those clips right there. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. Alrighty, boys and girls, the rad is in. Everything's been put back. I'm out of damn beer. kind of irritated with that. Wife's gonna grab me some on the way home though, so kudos to that. Two things left to discuss. First of all, I gotta fill this with fluid. I'll do that in a second. But I think the big question is, or everybody's question is gonna be, right under here. If you put the new rad in, let's say you replaced your rad and you put a new rad in, but you never had that strawberry milkshake of death. If I were you, I would plummet directly to the new radiator as it was from factory. So that means your transmission fluid will be running into the rad. And the other thing is, if you already had it bypassed, I mean, realistically, you can put it back to the rad like it's supposed to be from factory. And to be honest with you, I've been running it for 4 months. I could probably leave it bypassed as well. So, I mean, I can just leave it like this since there's no fluid in it, right? So, up to you guys. I'd be curious to see what you guys think. And let's have a discussion about it and see where that goes. Well, the time has come to fill the cooling system with coolant. I just bought this generic Napa stuff, so it's good for any vehicle, any color. And let's start filling the system. I do not have the right funnel for this, so I hope it doesn't turn into a big freaking mess. Anyways, if you watched my previous video, you probably know what to do from now. Fill, let it sit, run the car for 10 minutes, heater on, check your levels, and repeat if need to. Also check for leaks underneath, just in case you missed something. I'm good. Levels are in. Put the caps back on. Now run the car. Let it warm up, and then pay attention to the temperature, and let it warm up. Turn the car off and then check the levels, and for the next few days just monitor it, see if the temperature doesn't start spiking. If it does, there's probably air bubbles in the line, so you just got to work those out slowly. There you have it, boys and girls. I am so happy to get this video over with. This project has been a headache, not to mention I was probably a little hungover doing this last video, so I apologize about the low energy, but I can't wait to get back into the projects into my house. So please follow along and see what the next project I get up to is, and we'll go from there. Cheers.